everyone, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this video. So I'm going to start by showing you guys how to maintenance your machine. This is a very important step. All the tools that you need come with your machine. Okay, so here I am just taking out the screws so I can reveal my bobbin. I'm going to take off my presser foot to help me take off this lid, and once I remove it, I want to take out my bobbin. And I want to take out the bobbin holder. And underneath there is where I need to clean. My machine is dirty, so I'm going to take the brush that comes with my machine, and I'm going to start to remove the dirt and the lint and all the hair from the machine. This is something that you need to be doing all of the time because it does affect the performance of your machine. And I like to use a damp paper towel just to make sure that I'm getting all the hairs and dirt off of the top of the machine as well. And then I just keep cleaning until this thing is spotless. Okay, so now that my machine is clean, I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. So I'm going to take the bobbin holder, and I'm just showing you those pieces there that line up. Make sure you're reading your manual and you know how to put your machine back together because it's very important. Whichever machine that you have to know how to take it apart and how to put it back together. So now that my machine is nice and clean, now I can go ahead and thread it. All right, so I'm just showing you, this is the thread that I use. I like to use a good quality thread. These are my needles, and I'm also going to show you my bobbin holder, and I will list these products below. So I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to place it on the holder that's on top of the machine. The machine also comes with a stopper for the thread. So I'm going to take that little piece and I'm going to place it right there on top of the thread. It's going to hold it in place to keep your thread from moving all around while you're working. And that slot right there, I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to push it through that slot. That's number one. And since I'm going to be threading my bobbin first, I'm going to hold the thread just like that, and I'm going to use that tension knob that's right there to wrap the thread around. And I'm just following that diagram. This part is for when you're threading your bobbin. So I'm just going to grab my bobbin. And then the hole that's on top of the bobbin, I want to thread that through. So I'm going to take the thread and I'm going to push it through from the bottom of the hole to bring it through the top. And then I'm going to place it on the holder. And then I'm going to push the holder forward to that white stopper. And then I'm going to take my foot pedal and I'm going to thread the bobbin just a little. Now I want to cut that thread, that long piece of thread. But I don't want to cut it too short because I don't want it to unravel. After that's done, I'm going to take my foot pedal and I'm going to push all the way down on it. And this is going to make sure that you get a nice even threaded bobbin. When the bobbin stops, that means that it's done. So I'm going to cut the thread, push it forward, and then I'm going to take it off. Your bobbin should always look like this. It should be full and evenly threaded. Okay, so I'm gonna just push it back on the holder because I just want to show you that when you push it forward and you pull your bobbin up, This is exactly the way that you're going to bring it down to the bobbin holder. So now we're going to go back down to the bottom of the machine. And I'm going to take my bobbin and drop it into the bobbin holder. And there's a little metal piece that's right there, and I want to hook that thread around it. So I'm going to hold the bobbin down so it doesn't move. Take the thread and wrap it around. You're going to feel it wrap and grab around that little metal piece. So we're going to leave that there because now we're going to thread the machine. So now we're back at the top, and that level right there, you want to make sure that that level is all the way up. So the big knob that's on the side of your machine, turn it towards you. Always turn that knob towards yourself and make sure that that lever is up. So now we're going to unwrap that thread from the tension knob because we don't need that. That's only for when you're threading your bobbin, and we're going to start the thread our machine. So our thread is already through the first slot, which is number 1. That level that I'm pointing at right now is number 2. So we're going to pull that down. We're going to wrap it around the lever, bring it down. And I'm just following the numbers. That was number 3. The bottom is number 4. I'm just going to bring the thread around, bring it up. I'm going to hook it around the next lever, bring it down, and then we're going to be back at the bottom of the machine. And I hope this all makes sense. I know that for me, seeing it is better than hearing someone explain it. So, you know, watch it again if you need to. So we're back at the bottom, and I'm just going to bring it around that metal piece that's down at the bottom of the machine. And on your needle, you're going to see a hook on your needle. Not on your needle, I'm sorry, the needle holder. There's a hook there, and I'm just going to wrap the thread back there. Okay, so this machine comes with a threader. So you're just going to bring the threader all the way down, and it's going to line up with the needle. And it's going to be a little part that goes right in the needle's eye. When you wrap your thread around it and pull it out, your thread is going to go right through it, and it's going to be threaded. And it's going to take you a few times to, to get the hang of this. But trust me, you're going to be doing this in your sleep. So now the next thing, which is the last thing that we need to do, is thread our bobbin through the machine. So I'm going to grab both of the threads. Take the lever, the big lever that's on the side of your machine, to bring your needle all the way down. So we're going to give it one rotation. And then you're going to take the thread that's attached to your needle, which is the top thread, pull it up, and it's just going to automatically pull your bobbin thread through the machine. So I just showed you there that the machine, the bobbin is through the machine, and now your machine is ready to use, pretty much. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the settings that I use. Just in case you're wondering, I always keep it at a zigzag stitch. My length pretty much stays at 4. Sometimes I use 3. It depends on the size length that I need. And then my width is usually at 6. Sometimes I push it between 5 and 6. Like I said, it depends on what I'm doing. Needle position is always in the middle. Your tension goes up to 9. I keep mine at about a 7, and these settings pretty much work for me. You're going to see that a lot of different people use different settings. Always practice to figure out what works for you. Okay, so I just want to show you guys how the machine sounds. Okay, so your machine should sound smooth just like that. Everything is threaded nicely. The machine is clean, and my sewing machine is going to be working at its best. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this video helped, and until next time.